Hello friends and welcome back to Reverence Gaming. This is Battlefield Hardline beta footage, and you might be saying to yourself, Mike, hasn't this beta been over for like 3 months now? Well, I've been kind of not doing anything for about 2.5 months, and so this footage has been sitting in my hard drive since then. So I figured I'd bust it out, and since life has gotten back to normal, maybe do a video and talk a little bit about the beta and my thoughts on Battlefield Hardline, the good, the bad, and even catch you guys up on some other stuff that's been going on in, my life. For example, I now have 2 children instead of the 1 that I had previously, and that would be your prompting to put the obligatory congratulations in the comment section below. Thank you. Also, everything's good with the baby. We did have a little thing. We were in the NICU for 11 days, but he's great. He's perfectly healthy. Everything's fine now, so no freaking out and be like, Mike, is everything okay? Is he gonna die? He's pretty sure he's fine, I mean, he's getting fatter and fatter and fatter, which is pretty sure is what babies are supposed to do. So that's a good thing. Well, moving on from that, so, we also did some stuff in the house. We did the floors, all that good stuff, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, back to Battlefield Hardline. My thoughts were, I really enjoyed the game modes. I thought that it's a neat concept, cops versus robbers. Who hasn't wanted to do that as a kid? There was a few things I didn't like. The game wasn't as clean and crisp as I would like it to be, but then again, it was a beta, and the actual game isn't coming out for, I think, sometime next year, which gives them plenty of time to work out a lot of the kinks and everything. But one major complaint people have had is they've said this is like a mod of Battlefield 4. And I kind of do see that criticism, and it makes a certain amount of sense to me because, well, it does use the same engine, and a lot of things feel similar, but at the same time, I think there is a lot of work that they do have to put into something like this. Having said that, charging a full $60 for a game, especially for people that came from Battlefield 4, that we feel that we really got ripped off because the game was in such a horrid state at launch, and still to this day it's not what it should be. They've been doing CTE, which, oh by the way, I don't think would even exist if it weren't for Battlefield Hardline, because those CTE changes are being implemented in Battlefield Hardline. I don't think that's just a coincidence. I think they really thought that if we don't show some kind of effort on improving the gameplay in Frostbite 3, people are going to freak out and not buy this game, and especially at $60, that's pretty sure exactly what was going to happen. So my prediction is that this game will launch, it will have really dismal sales, and then shortly after that they will price drop it to like $30, maybe $40, and then sales will pick up, people will enjoy the game modes, and hopefully the gameplay will be smooth, the netcode problems will be more or less resolved, and we can have a nice playable game. But that's just speculation, and we really aren't going to know what's going to happen until the game actually launches. So having that in mind, let's talk about some of the features that were in Hardline Beta. One of which was that little syringe that revived yourself after you got killed. This, I think, is on par with the takedown knife from the front and the counter knife implementation in Battlefield 4 as possibly one of the absolute best / worst ideas ever. Basically, the problem is with the knifing in Battlefield 4 is with the crappy netcode, you could knife somebody from behind all the time, and instead of getting a proper takedown animation, you get counter knife because the netcode is terrible, and on their screen they turn around and they counter knife you. Well, the same basic idea of a horrible implementation of something is giving people the ability to self-revive, and you have smart players that will basically pillar around areas, and if they get shot in the head and they die and then they revive themselves again, they're essentially a terrible unknown factor. It's going to cause multiple problems and large quantities of rage, and it really affects gameplay when you kill somebody and you have to continually watch their body to make sure that they're not actually going to get revived again. It sounds like a semi-neat idea, but I think in practical terms it's a terrible one, and I just don't think they'll be able to make it work. But rest assured, I have no doubt it will be in the game, and it will piss me off, just like I'm sure it will piss a lot of you off. Does that mean that I'm not going to use it? Oh, you would better believe that's going in my kit. Oh yes, I will be abusing the crap out of that. Why? Because they're giving you something awesome. It's the same reason I use the M16 or the AEK and weapons like that, is because, well, it's the best. They give them the best reload and the best accuracy and those kind of things, and if you want to do the most amount of killing, and that that sort of thing, those are the things you use. And seeing as how you can't hardly rely on teammates to revive you in the first place, being able to take it into your own hands, if allowed, that's a pretty good option to me. So, yeah, I'm that guy. I know. But still, I don't use the GP30 or the M320. Oh, why? And the air burst. Don't even get me started on the air burst. I'm not saying they aren't perfectly valid things to do. I'm just saying that they piss me off, man. Also, the ability to take somebody down and then get intel, I think that's cool. Well, that's what I have for you guys, and I'll be putting out some Let's Play pretty soon because, yes, I am back and things are going to get back to normal. But this is a chopper. This is dynamite on the chopper. That is dynamite that was on the chopper blowing me up. God bless. Now go shoot somebody in the face.